Hey YouTube, hey folks, I hope everything's going well. This will be a garden update video. We're in the middle of July. The last video that's on the channel right now is probably when I actually built the beds for like the tomatoes or the zucchini or something. And then I got really busy, and you know, how could you be really busy when you're a teacher? Well, I'm also busy during the summer doing things for school, especially since I teach band. But I'm excited about our garden, so I'm going to give you a quick look at this. Last time you saw it was when, if you're not following us on Instagram, was when I was building the beds, and now you can see it's just a big green mess, and a very good green mess. Zucchini have produced really well. It's probably the best zucchini I've ever grown. Huge plants. Really excited about how big those plants are. As you can see here, they're pretty tall, probably about 3 foot. They were a little taller, but the wind and the rain has really beaten them lately because we've got a ton of rain. And they have trouble holding themselves up. And we got potatoes here that I need to get into. We had a little bit of a hornworm issue. They were eating this plant right here, just this plant. I don't know, but I pulled a couple of them off, and they went and fed the fish in the pond, or the turtles, or whatever, decided to eat them before they got to the bottom. And I haven't had any issues since, but I do have some pest issues coming in. It's just that part of the summer where they're looking for something else to eat. Here's a pile of zucchini from, I guess, not yesterday, but the day before. Gotta get back in here and do some more. And then here's some cucumbers. Got some of them are looking good, and then some of them look a little questionable, but that's okay. Who cares what they look like as long as they taste good, right? And then this is what I'm really excited about, is these tomatoes. These are celebrity hybrids, I believe, if I remember correctly. And I'm kind of doing like a Florida weave-ish. Didn't really want to spend money on a bunch of more T-posts or U-posts, so used some leftover wood from our renovation about a year or two ago. Drove those in to the ground, you can see, and then I'm just kind of tying off to them as we go. I need to come in here and do that again. And then I use the posts that I do have. So I do have some regular T-posts, and then the U-posts that you get in the garden center at like Tractor Supply. So yeah, tomatoes are looking pretty good. Having a few issues. You can see they're kind of splitting a little bit. You can't see that because I did a terrible job of showing them, but they're splitting a little bit. But it's just a few, just a scar. I'm not too worried about it. And a lot of that has to do with the amount of rain we've got. This is probably the wettest summer we've had since we've lived here. I'm not saying it's never been wetter, but which is not good for a lot of things. The water's great. We're not dealing with the drought that they are out west, but we are dealing with a lot of water, which kind of stunts my peppers because they are, you know, a tropical plant. I've also had one pepper plant that must have just tasted different than everybody else. Well, I guess there's two, these two right here. But I've not seen anything. We do have some really bad Japanese beetles right now, but I've not seen them on here. You know, there's other things for them to chew on a little bit, so I don't know. I'm not out here enough to catch everything that's going on, but of the 72 pepper plants that we got a good chunk still here. And if they take a long time, hopefully they'll get there. I imagine in the next week or so. We're supposed to get some more rain. It's just the afternoon showers thing, but I think that they're going to get enough sunlight and get roasted enough that they're going to be okay. Peas are about done. They were kind of late season peas, and that's okay. I'm definitely going to do these guys here again, and I can't remember off the top of my head what they are. And of course, I think these are just the sugar snap peas, or the snap peas is what you call them. But you get some good ones, and then you got your normal, you know, I guess you call them the bush peas down here in the end. I don't know why I'm not walking down here, but you can see why I decided to do the weed fabric, because look at this. This is like maybe a week and a couple days of me not being out here and working this. I haven't been able to get out here, and it's even worse on the other side of the peas because that was a little bit longer because I didn't want to accidentally take out any of the carrots in there. So we'll just deal with it for this year, and then obviously next year I'm pretty much promised myself that I'm going to cover the rest of this. Got some corn coming in, starting to tassel, which is a little late for our area because I didn't put it in very early, but it's only 2 rows and they're a little sad on the other end. And it's funny, not funny, but it's interesting to me to think that this end grew better because maybe they had better drainage, because there is a bit of a downhill slope going that way away from us. But yeah, so there's the carrots. Kind of not giving up on them, but they're kind of fending for themselves right now until I can get some moments to do that, which won't happen because I'm super busy. And then we got strawberries here. The ants like to get in there. Got a rabbit, I think, that's been figuring out how to get in here, squeezing through the gate down there, so I can work on that. Got a volunteer tomato kind of overshadowing everything, and then we get them down here. These are our melons. lots and lots of melons. They're getting close. I think there's one right here if I remember correctly. Yep. There's this guy right here. Still a little green. I'm not giving him the tug test or anything yet, but there's tons in here, and that's one challenge that I'm gonna have to deal with, is trying to figure out how I'm gonna get to them all, because like you got some right here. I don't know if you can see them in there, and then way back over there, probably can't see them. There's some I can just kind of see them peeking through. But yeah, these are all the Hal's Best melons. Really excited about them. My wife loves melon. Kind of the reason we did that. My son also. Got our cherry tomatoes, which are getting close. I can see them in here. Got a couple down there changing. Got 3 of those, and then got the super sweet cherries, I think is what they're called. I'd have to look up what I got. I can't remember off the top of my head. But these guys are the sun sugars, now that I think about it. And I think these are also sun sugars. So these 2 are sun sugars. There might be 3 of those. I can't remember what the other one was. It was kind of one of those. We're trying to get rid of these at the end of the planting season. But cucumbers in here, you can see they're doing quite well. I gotta get out here and, you know, I told you at the beginning I missed a day and a half. Well, basically 2 days now. Not been feeling the best. There's some cucumbers in there, and I don't know if it's showing up on the video. Definitely gonna stick with doing the trellis. Probably end up doing some more of an A-frame in the future. Well, next year. I don't know. I really like the idea of it growing up and over. Obviously didn't get there because I didn't have enough time to train, but you can see this guy, he's in the program and he's happy to be in the program. So that's really cool. Lettuce looked like it was about to bolt. So I was going to come out here and get all this stuff, but there, cover up the sun a little bit. He's not bolting. I don't know what's going on here. Like he started to and then changed his mind. But yeah, there's some lettuce in there. I'm just kind of giving up on, well, not giving up, but I'm just not micromanaging a whole lot right now. And I got watermelons in here. These are just all watermelon. I'm trying to see if I can find, there were a couple small ones that had started over here, but I can't see them right now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to those. These guys trying to escape the garden here. Have to mow around them out here outside. Just don't have it in me to rip them back in here because I missed it. So I'll just mow around it and who cares, right? Just a couple more melons, the Hal's Best. Right. This guy is looking a little suspect, I think, but his stem's still pretty green. That guy's got a little bit to go. There's a couple over here. You can't really see them because they blend in so well, but they're right in here. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm so happy with the garden. It's been a cool experience to have it fully this year. Just kind of see what I can do with it. And it's been really cool. It's been honestly pretty therapeutic, giving me a chance to work on things and just kind of see what we can do with it. But there's our garden. I haven't been watering it because we've gotten a lot of rain. I did water it probably at the end of May and some of June, and then we just basically get rain almost every other day, if not twice a day. And we've had some days that just been rain all day, and so it's been really wet here, but the garden's handling it really well. There is like a, you can kind of see it, and especially the corn over here. I don't know if you can see that, but you see the corn over here, and as we come this way it just kind of disappears. And my really big tomatoes are this end down here, and as we come back down this way, you can see that stuff kind of happening. But that's cool to me. That's cool to see how that works, and next year when I decide to fix my numbers, it'll be even better. But I want to take you over here and I'm going to show you our volunteer strawberries. They're in the garden from last year we planted these, and haven't done anything with this garden other than one end for our sweet potatoes. But these guys just decided they're going to continue to put out some strawberries, so they've been doing that. Obviously they're not too happy. They're not the most beautiful looking strawberries, but my 3-year-old loves to come out here and check his strawberry plants, so it's been nice. And then I got sweet potatoes that we got in over there. They're going to be real late if they even produce, but we got them because they were on sale, and what the heck, maybe we'll have a really late winter this year and they'll have plenty of chances to grow. But I gotta get back in here and work that up a little bit. I struggle with these guys because I wanted to plant them with other stuff, but they take over everything, and I didn't want to put them on black plastic because I didn't want to just have, you know, because they spread and do all their stuff. So we'll see, and if you've got suggestions on a good way to do that, I'm not really into the buckets and container thing. I might have to do that just to kind of experiment with it, but really excited. about the garden. We've been eating cucumbers and zucchini, and we've had to buy a little bit of squash because it's not quite ready yet. Looking forward to our tomatoes being ready. Ate a lot of peas, froze a lot of peas, shelled those and froze those. It'll be a mix of some really nice ones, and then there's some that are probably going to be a little hard, but it's our garden. So that's cool to think that we could eat out of our garden and supply that. So I guess that's it as far as the garden tour and all that is going. Yeah, that's it. So that's the garden there. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end here, like and subscribe, share, and please comment. Give me some thoughts on the garden and what you think maybe I should have tried differently for next year, because I need to start thinking about that in the next month or so. And maybe even talk to me a little bit about a winter garden. I haven't decided if I'm going to pull all the black fabric up yet or not. I may end up leaving it down just to kind of keep the weeds, so I don't have much to do in the spring when it comes time to till. And then there's also the challenge of tilling when I've put a fence around everything. And I've thought of, getting a big one and doing all that, but who knows? And I know there's a lot of back to Eden and no-till methods out there, so I've got some research to do. But this is my garden. This is our garden here, the Pask farmstead. Super pleased with it for the first year of ever doing anything like this on this scale. We've grown some, plants before, but never like, hey, I'm gonna have a whole garden of random stuff that we want to try. So, like I said, like and subscribe, share it, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video.